Just getting the camera to focus. Welcome to a little bonus episode of Tea Time with Teej. Xavier WTTW, he was asking about the length on, or an appropriate length on leather jackets just for casual wear. And really that's gonna depend on what style of jacket you're wearing. There's no real answer on how long a casual leather jacket should be, because let's say you're wearing a bomber versus a trench coat versus a car coat versus a Shot 613 from the 1950s style. All these jackets are gonna be completely different torso lengths. And it's really gonna come down to what looks best on you. So what works for me or what styles I like necessarily might not work for you. But I think one of the things to think about lengthwise is sleeve length. You can always alter this. I have a buddy who's like a size 50 shoulder with a really long torso, but he's not very tall. So when we brought him in a jacket, you know, the sleeve was 6 inches too long for him. So we had to get those altered to fit him. I don't like jackets to fit really long in the hand. Like some people, especially, I mean, you're not asking about motorcycles, but a lot of people, when they look at leather jackets, they do the arm stretch kind of test. And they see that it rides up on their wrist, and any jacket that actually fits you is gonna come up pretty far on your wrist when you do that. When you're not doing that, it's gonna hang down to your knuckles, which to me is just way too long in a sleeve. I like to have my sleeve hit somewhere, you know, an inch onto my wrist or like just above my wrist bone. Somewhere in that sweet spot. It's about a 2.5, 3 inch spot from just above your wrist bone to just below your wrist on your hand. Somewhere in that area kind of is perfect to me. When I buy a lot of leather jackets, because I'm narrow and tall, I tend to fit jackets a little bit more for my torso, just so that it's a nice snug fit, fits in my shoulders. If I get a jacket that actually fits me lengthwise in my torso, 99.9% of the time, it's way too big. I need to layer like 5 layers to fill it up. Being like a slimmer dude, I don't like things to be big on my body. But really, it's gonna depend on what style of jacket you're wearing. I mean, casual wear, you could be wearing, you know, a denim jacket style, you could be wearing a trench coat, you could be wearing a bomber, you could be wearing a car coat. All of these are gonna have completely different lengths. So it's really gonna kind of focus more on what the style of jacket you're wearing is and ultimately the proportions of you. But it's just gonna be what looks good on you. That's all that matters. As long as you like how it looks, fuck, who cares what everybody else thinks? Just get jackets that you like how they look. I'm gonna direct you the way that I think things should fit, but ultimately, like I say, it's up to you, and you and me probably have completely different body types, so what works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. One thing to also think about when sizing a leather jacket, for me, I always size people in just a t-shirt. I find that leather jackets tend to open up quite a bit and shape to you. tend to open up and shape to you. So if you're sizing with a hoodie, a lot of the guys that do that, they end up coming back 6-8 months later and just going, you know, the jacket opened up a little bit too big for me. So I like to size jackets so that they fit perfect in a t-shirt and then open up to be double perfect, but also just have my sleeve land somewhere right around my cuff, and that's perfect for me. But let me know your guys' thoughts. How do you like to wear leather jackets? Do you like them long? Do you like them slim? Do you like them tight, short, fat, big, stiff, soft? I don't know. How do you like them? Let me know. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm just gonna keep making these as questions roll in, and hopefully you guys find some information that's useful. Give us a follow on theshopvancouver.com, on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok or YouTube or wherever the hell else you want to. If you got any questions about anything, let me help you find whatever you need here at the Shop Vancouver. Bye!